Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. It's me, Allison Henderson. So today's episode, as your social media business coach, I truly believe it is my duty, my due diligence, my purpose to really just call you out on social media when your Instagram bio or really anything that you promote yourself on isn't clear about what it is that you do and how you can help somebody. So today I'm really calling you out. I'm going to share with you my Instagram bio must-haves so that you can actually get more followers and make more money on your social media profiles. So one of the biggest and most common mistakes that I see when I go to people's Instagram profiles, and even the first thing I see on people's websites, is their Instagram bio is not clear about who they help and what they can help them achieve. All right. So who it is that you help and what you can specifically help people with. And on Instagram, I can tell when someone is really taking their business seriously or just doing this casually and they're not really consistent. And remember, I've said this before on my podcast many, many times. People hire leaders. People hire people who are specialists and who are claiming that they're an authority in this industry. So at a quick glance, does your Instagram profile reflect that? And you have less than 10 seconds to turn someone who is a complete stranger into an actual follower. So remember, we're always moving so fast on social media. Like when we're on our phones, we're moving very, very fast. You don't have a ton of time to let someone get curious. All right. So be clear. Be so clear that when you get on a sales call with someone, they literally can repeat back to you what your I help statement is, or like sometimes an I help statement is called like your value statement. So whatever it is that you can really help somebody with. And this is usually just like one sentence, maybe two sentences. So that I help statement is what will get people to go from, nope, she's not for me, or yes, hell yeah, this is exactly the person that I'm looking for right now. Like, wow, I can't believe that I just came across this profile. Okay. So yeah, we don't have a ton of time. So look at your profile right now. Is it so clear about who you help and what you can really help them achieve? All right. All right. So I'm going to go through the full Instagram profile with you. So first things first, you are here to monetize and optimize this profile, right? We want to get more followers, but our main goal is to get money, right? To make money from our profiles. And if this isn't happening, let's really take a look at what could be going on with your Instagram profile. So let's start from the very, very top. You can even maybe get out your phone or take some notes here. At the very, very top is your photo, right? On the left-hand side. And if you are a personal brand, this needs to be a bright, smiling photo of you. You are the brand. You are the person that they are buying. So we are also naturally just attracted to happy, smiling people with bright backgrounds. All right. We don't want to see logos. No one really cares about the logo. It's completely irrelevant. All right. So if you are a personal brand, they're buying you. So they need to know who is behind this business. And this also means in your grid. So like, where you're actually posting your content, they need to see photos of you. They need to see reels where you're talking and you're coaching and you're, sharing who you are and, letting people into your energy, right? And even with your carousels, like anything like that, they need to see a face. And I want them to see it often. I don't want this to be like every 10 posts, they finally see your photo. I want them knowing exactly who is behind this brand, behind this business. Okay. They need to know immediately what your face looks like. And the intuitive type of buyer, they can literally just look at your face and go, okay, she's the coach for me. Like she's the one. And it can happen so fast. So the more people see you and hear your voice and just know your style of coaching, the better. Okay. So the next piece in this Instagram profile I want to cover is right underneath the photo. It's that area where it's bold and black. And there's words there. Okay. This is the space where you add your name and the title of what you do. So first name and title. So for me, I think just says Allison. It has a dash and it says social media business coach. So this area is actually something that is searchable inside Instagram. Instagram has its own search engine. Okay. So if someone wants to hire a business coach or anything with social media, I want my name to pop up. Okay. And if we have like mutual friends or mutual followers or anything like that, I'm going to show up higher on that list too. So that's why it's important for you to be following people inside of your industry. So if somebody is, like I said, looking for a sleep consultant, a life coach, a mindset coach, or whatever, you want your name to pop up. Okay. So I see this a lot where people put their last name. You can if you have the room, but it's not something that's really important. I'd rather people just know your first name and exactly what it is that you can help them with. Okay. So no need to get super fancy with it. Just think, what are people searching for in the search engine? Name and the title of what you do. So no need to get fancy with it. Just get very clear. All right. So I'm actually going to go back a bit. Okay. So let's go back all the way up to your handle. So if you're not familiar with what that handle is that thing that you tell somebody when they like, hey, I want to follow you on Instagram. Like you actually tell them like, oh, go follow me at Allison Henderson _coach. Okay. So it's that first thing that they actually see at the very, very top. So this is something I can't stress enough. That needs to be so easy to remember. I hate seeing numbers or like complicated business names. It could simply just be your name and adding whatever type of coach that you are. Okay. So for me, Allison Henderson _coach, or I could have been like Allison business coach or Allison health coach or something like that. Okay. So make it so simple for somebody to remember that handle. Okay. So now, let's move to that bio area. So that is the area right underneath that title and your name. Okay. This is the area where you can put a good amount of words here. All right. It's not a ton. Okay. So that's why it really does need to be short and concise, but has a good amount of space there where you can tell somebody who it is that you help and what you can help them achieve. So in my one-on-one coaching, I help all of my clients with their I help statements. It's very important to me that people are so clear and just to the point, because your ideal client right now is struggling. And they just want to know that you can help them with what they're struggling with. Or a lot of them have a really big desire, right? Like they want something in their life. They want to feel a certain way. So can you put that there in that little bio area about, who you help and what you can help them achieve? How can you help them get to where they actually want to go? So I know for a fact, for me specifically, I help sleep consultants and new coaches find and sign clients on social media. I was able to really sum up what I can do in one sentence. So clear, right? Clear it is who I help and what I can help them achieve. So I help coaches or sleep consultants, and what I help them do is find and sign clients on social media. Okay. I can even add in things like without paying for ads or a website or a big audience, right? So I like seeing coaches use the word without because it clearly tells people what they won't ever have to do inside their coaching container. So I do not teach ads. I don't actually believe that you need to be doing a ton of ads, especially in the first few years of your business. And I give you a PDF that can be considered your website. So you don't need a website. And you literally can have like hundreds of followers or a few hundred followers to make 5K plus months. Okay. So when I say without ads, a website, or a big audience, I truly, truly mean that. But I don't have that in my bio. And that was literally just because of space. All right. So going back to this I help statement, just make sure it's super easy for people to read. And you can use symbols. Okay. This is something too. Like some people are like, oh, like I don't have any space. And then I go, well, hey, like, look, you have and with, and you have like a ton of emojis. A lot of that stuff can be taken out. Okay. So for the word and, just use the and symbol. All right. If you're using the word without or with, right, using a W or a W with a slash in the O, right? That just literally stands for without. All right. So feel me on that. So make space for the important stuff. I personally don't love emojis in the bio area. I really do think it's a waste of space. If you can add one or two, great. But it's not necessary. Okay. I don't know. Like I see people all the time, like if they have children, like they'll put like all these kids. And I'm like, but you don't really need to do that. You can talk about that sort of stuff in your stories and even in your highlight section, which I'll go through here in a bit, but you can tell people, hey, I have, 4 kids and here, here's pictures of all my 4 kids or something. Right. But you don't need to put that in your bio area. I think naturally, like we think we're going to relate to somebody, but like they're just going to naturally relate to you because you probably have photos of your kids in your grid, or in your stories, you talk about being a mom. Okay. So then, in that area too, so in that bio area, I want you having a call to action. The best call to action is work with me. And then you can put like a down arrow. All right. So that's like the only time I'm like, yes, use an emoji there. That makes sense. Or you can say like join here. So if you're like promoting a masterclass or something, right? Apply here or apply to work with me. Okay. And you can use a down arrow or a down finger arrow or something. Okay. That link. Okay. So right underneath that link needs to be an application or a sales page or literally like straight to your Calendly link to book a sales call with you. All right. I don't know how many times I see it just goes to somebody's website and I'm like, ugh, I just wanted to go to that sales page or I just wanted to go to book a sales call with you. Okay. So just to be clear, your bio area needs to have that I help statement and a call to action. And then the link needs to be what is that next step in working with you. All right. And you can have, so this is my take on Linktree. Okay. You can have a Linktree or even you can house a link page on your website. Okay. So for me, like I have Kajabi. So they made it really easy for me to create like a links page. And I literally just have like, I don't know, I think I have like maybe 4, maybe 5 links on there. But I think the biggest mistake that I see when I go to somebody's Linktree is they have like 10 links on there. They're like promoting workshops, master classes, like their blog and like somebody else's podcast and like their Amazon affiliate link and blah, 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 all this stuff. And I'm like, it is way too much. Like you're confusing your audience. Like at the end of the day, remember, our goal is to make money on Instagram, right? They can go to your website if they want to like rummage through all your stuff, like invite them to go to your website every so often. But yeah, at the end of the day, we want them to book a call with us. All right. So, or apply to work with you. So here are like, if I could just tell you, these would be like my top links to have on that link tree or that link page. Okay. So 4, maybe 5 links tops. That first one, book a call. Okay. Or apply to work with me. The next one, your offers or your my services page. Then the next is just your website. Like, here's my website, something simple, my website. And then you can have like a freebie or a blog or something like that. So something where they're likely going to exchange their email address. Okay. If you have a blog, great. Put them to your blog. And I hope that you have one of those pop-ups, like I think they're called light boxes. I don't know what they're called exactly, but like where your email, like put your email here to get a freebie of some sort, right? Like, that's it. That's really it. Since I have a podcast, I have my podcast link on there. So if you have something else that's like something else you really want to promote, like your workshops or guides or something like that, you can put that on there. Okay. But like, kind of look at that. Is it so easy for somebody to book a call with you? Like that is my biggest concern. And I love you. You guys are listening to this. I love you. I want you being successful and like stop making it harder for people to book a call with you. Okay. And yeah, so the more you have, the easier it is for them just to get really distracted. Okay. So I want people knowing exactly where they need to go to book a call with you or to apply to work with you or whatever it is that next step is. All right. So that purpose of that link is to get people to book a call with you or even to get people on your email list or something, right? Like, what is that next step that you want somebody to do right now? All right. So moving on to the next piece in all this, your highlight section. This is something I don't see a lot of people talking about, but I love having highlights. This is a great place to house your testimonials, your offers, your trainings, and just get more information about you. You don't need much more than that. You don't want people to have to scroll and scroll and scroll to find what they're looking for. And no offense, but nobody really cares about your, I don't know, like vacations, your wedding, your dogs, your home remodel or anything like that. I see like random bubbles where I'll be like, wait, what's this about a home remodel? But you're like a relationship coach. Like that to me doesn't make any sense, right? So people want to see how you can help them and how you're relevant to them. They want to learn from you and see if you are the coach for them, right? So this highlight section doesn't need to have like, a highlight just for your dogs and your cats. Okay. It just makes no sense, right? You can share that stuff in your stories every single day or in that like about me section, but it doesn't need to have its own highlight bubble. Okay. So once again, your highlight section, I highly recommend having testimonials, your offers, like a mini training section, and then just information about you. All right. So it could literally just be titled about me. Okay. All right. And lastly, let's chat about your grid. So this needs to look like you take your business seriously. I know if you're listening to this podcast, you're serious about your business, but does your Instagram profile reflect that? All right. So remember that they want to hire someone who's a specialist and who really understands them and gets them, who really just gets them to their soul, right? Like they feel, you can feel them in your soul, right? And does your feed post reflect that? Do you consistently use like the same colors, the same fonts? Like, that is also really helpful. We're naturally attracted to pretty things. Okay. So thank God for flipping Canva, right? Like Canva has been such a game changer for social media and just the social media world and even websites, everything. Like you literally have no excuse now if you want to have a really nice looking grid. Okay. And like the free version is even nice. Like you don't even have to pay a ton for Canva to get a really nice looking grid. All right. So I do suggest on almost all of your grid posts, and I see this a lot where people don't add headlines. They don't add like what the post is about. So please, even if you're using still images or reels or anything that you do, carousels, if you want more engagement and if you want people when they first come to your profile to start clicking and actually consuming your content, I want you adding that headline or whatever it is, like that hook, whatever you want to call it, to that first slide. All right. So what's the immediate thing that they see? It needs to be clear about what it is that you're going to be talking about in that post. Okay. All right. So guys, to sum this up, yeah, that was it. That was all about Instagram, like your Instagram profile, your Instagram bio area. I feel like I didn't take a breath throughout that whole thing. All right. So to sum all this up, clear handle. All right. So your handle, that's the first thing they see when you tell people like, hey, go follow me on Instagram at Allison Henderson _coach. Right. So clear handle and bonus points if your name is in it. All right. And then the next piece is your photo, bright, smiling photo of you. And then the next title, right? That title area, the big bold area right underneath your photo. Name. So that's you, the name of who you are, and title of what you do. The next is that bio area. So who do you help and what can you help them achieve? And then I also want you adding a call to action there. And then lastly is that link. All right. So keep it so simple. All right. What exactly is it that you want them to do next? And the most important link is the one where they book a call with you. I've already said this like 100 times, but please make sure that that's so easy for them to do. And the next piece is the highlight section, right? So that's where you put your about you, your testimonial, mini trainings, and your offers and your services. Okay. And then lastly, your grid posts, right? So does it look like you are a professional, that you actually take your business seriously? Do you show up consistently? Right? Okay. So that's it. That's the sum of this episode, but I have something for you, which I think could be really cool. I don't do this very often. I might do this like once a year, maybe twice a year. So if you'd like for me to do this for you, let me just start over. If you'd like a complimentary bio audit for me, I'm doing a giveaway. All right. So this is where I look at your whole profile and give you expert feedback. All right. So I'm doing a free giveaway this week and this week only. So you have until literally next Thursday, which is, what's the date? The 6th. All right. You have until next Thursday, the 6th to enter in for this. But the first 5 people to tag me will win a free bio audit from me. All right. So all you have to do is take a screenshot of this episode or really any of your favorite episodes. It doesn't matter. And then explain in a sentence or two why you love this podcast and share it on your Instagram stories. All right. So once again, the first 5 people to tag me will win a free bio audit from me. So share this to your Instagram stories. Make sure you tag me and explain why you love this episode. And I will message you letting you know if you were one of the first 5 people to share it. So yeah, if you want a bio audit from me, a free bio audit, do it. Free. It's a free bio audit. Why not? Right? All right. So how exciting. Thank you so much for listening today. And I will see you again next Thursday. And if you live in the States, happy 4th of July week. It's so fun. I know for a fact my neighborhood is just like crazy for the next week here. Everybody's having parties. There's going to be tons of fireworks. So yeah, be safe, but enjoy yourself. Really relax. Enjoy your family. And yeah, I'll see you soon. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at Allison Henderson _coach. That's ALLISON Henderson _coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.